Buenos días, chicos. Hoy vamos a repasar el presente de subjuntivo y practicar identificando cuándo debe usar el subjuntivo y cuándo debe usar el indicativo. Sabemos que el subjuntivo es un modo para hablar sobre cosas subjetivas o posibles y se usa para dudas, deseos, recomendaciones, opiniones y más. Mientras, el indicativo es un modo para hablar sobre cosas ciertas o objetivas. También se usa para hechos, descripciones y eventos. Basically, the main distinction here is that the subjunctive is talking about subjective or hypothetical things, such as things that you hope for, things that you recommend, opinions that you might have, things that you're doubtful about. Whereas the indicative is things that are a little bit more certain. Facts, descriptions, events, more objective statements that have less uncertainty. Vamos a practicar. Hay 4 oraciones aquí. Oh, lo siento, hay 2 oraciones aquí. Una tiene el indicativo y una tiene el subjuntivo. What I want you to do is write which one has the subjunctive, which one has the indicative, and why. Use the context clues from that sentence to figure out why is it just using the indicative or why is it just using the subjunctive. Vamos a continuar. Victoria estudia español. So this sentence is using the indicative, and that's because from the perspective of the speaker, whoever is saying this, they know that Victoria speaks or studies Spanish. They know that to be true. It's an objective fact. So they're just stating a fact. So that's a textbook use of the indicative right there. Estudia español. The second one, however, is using the subjunctive. Es posible que Victoria estudie español. Here, there's a little bit more uncertainty. You can tell from es posible, right? So they're doubtful, they're not sure, but they're saying it's possible. Es posible que Victoria estudie español. Hay 3 características de oraciones con el subjuntivo. There's 3 basically quick ways that you can look at a sentence and you might be able to tell whether or not to use the subjunctive. So, número 1, hay 2 sujetos. 2, hay 2 verbos. O 3, hay pronombres relativos, como que o quién. La primera, 2 sujetos. En oraciones con el subjuntivo hay 2 cláusulas o 2 partes y cada cláusula tiene un sujeto. So, as long as it's referring to 2 subjects, it could be the same subject or it could be 2 different subjects. This usually triggers the subjunctive. So let's look at example 1. Laura quiere que tú limpies el baño. Laura wants that you clean the bathroom. Right? So 2 subjects here. She wants that you do something. There's 2 different kind of people in this scenario and 2 different verbs. The second one, though, dudo que yo pueda ir a la fiesta. This is an example where you could have 2 different subjects, but they're the same person. So yo dudo and yo pueda. I doubt that I could go to the party. There's still doubt and there's still uncertainty, even though you're just talking about yourself. This still works. So that's number 1. Número 2. Hay 2 verbos. En las 2 cláusulas hay 2 verbos. Uno en el indicativo, uno en el subjuntivo. So we're using the same sentences as last time. Laura quiere is in the indicative, and que tú limpies, that's in the subjunctive. It's clear what she wants. It's a fact that she wants you to clean, but it's not certain whether or not you will eventually clean, whether you have already cleaned. That's why the second one is in the subjunctive. Same thing with the second sentence. Yo dudo, that's an objective fact. I doubt something, I'm doubtful. Que yo pueda ir, that I will be able to go to the party. We don't know. It hasn't happened. We don't know if it's going to happen in the future. That's why you're using the subjunctive. Yo dudo que yo pueda ir a la fiesta. Número 3. Hay pronombres relativos. So there's two different types of relative pronouns that you could have in a sentence with a subjunctive. Usually we've seen it with que, that, but sometimes you could have quien too. So notice both of these sentences have the que. It's just to kind of separate the two clauses of the sentence. Laura wants that you clean the bathroom. I doubt that I will be able to go to the party. All right. Vamos a practicar. Hay dos oraciones aquí. Uno tiene el indicativo, uno tiene el subjuntivo. I want you to do the same thing as before. Pick which one is in the indicative, which one is in the subjunctive, and why. Give a quick explanation using those 3 quick rules that we just went over to help you. Para repasar, yo sugiero que corras 5 millas cada día. That is using the subjunctive, and that's because it's a suggestion. I'm suggesting that you do something that I have no control over. Yo sugiero que tú corras. So you could say there is 2 subjects. You could also say that there's 2 verbs, and you could also say that there's a que, right? So that has all 3 parts of the list that we went over. Yo recomiendo tomar el avión para ir a California. This is using the indicative, even though it says yo recomiendo. So there are 2 verbs, but there's only 1 subject. You're recommending, in general, to take a plane to go to California. There's also no que, and there's also, right, there's only 1 subject. There are 2 verbs, but one's in the infinitive and one is in the indicative. Okay, last note. So aside from those 3 rules, these are some other triggers for either the subjunctive or the indicative. Whenever you see words like this, that is a pretty good sign that you're going to use the subjunctive. Desear, esperar, insistir, alegrarse, sorprenderse. So think back to the weirdo chart that we have. If you're talking about things that you want, things that you recommend, things that you doubt, things that you hope for, emotions. So these are all different triggers for the subjunctive. Whenever you see one of these, if you look at it in addition to there's a que in the middle of the sentence, there's 2 subjects, there's 2 verbs, usually you'll be able to kind of narrow down and figure out that it's using the subjunctive. Common words for the indicative, though, are a little bit different. We have decir, describir, indicar, observar, oír. So things like decir, I'm saying, you're describing, you observed, you heard, something occurred, something happened. Es claro que, es seguro que. So these are things that are talking a little bit more about facts, observations, events, things that happened. So these are some clues to kind of indicate the indicative. All right, vamos a practicar una vez más. Hay 4 oraciones. Espero que vengas a la fiesta. Ella o yo que terminamos la prueba. Me sorprende que pienses eso. Y yo sé que te gusta el café. What I want you to do now is go through, for each sentence, say whether it's using the indicative or the subjunctive and why. So remember, using those 3 hints that we talked about, and using some of those keywords, palabras comunes del subjuntivo y de indicativo. So go through those 4, give me 1 or 2 reasons why, and tell me which one it's for. All right, just to check over your answers. Espero que vengas.